Isn't that a shame? I can't see them all from this angle. Oh well, a cross-section of the agonized will have to do. I ought to poison kids more often. Maybe when this is over, I'll invest the reward money in a steady supply of fresh-faced runaways.
No, wait. 15 total. And young. Mid-teens or thereabouts. You can tell by their breathing. Everyone not laid up with the virus is here. FYI, this room is completely soundproof. You'll all be Swiss cheese long before anyone comes to the rescue. Come on, we all know you ain't got the grapes for homicide. Surrender like good little boys and girls, and we'll go see the big...
Damn it! I was aiming for his gun.
What the hell? They've got live ammo? That's the sound of one of our boys' M60s. These aren't just junior high kids. They're trained assassins. Delicious. This is shaping up to be a job I can really sink my teeth into.
誰かやってくれるとどこか他人事だっただけどミスターティーチャー教えて未完成な僕らあなたという部落の影打ち抜けるでしょうか希望の限り可能性があれば見ていて迷いをひ僕ら誰よりもあなたのために5年常駐さ切にだけがあなたへのメッセージガチで行くよレボリューション
It's too bright.
Those backlights are blinding.
This is gonna be like a 4-star kill and cook free-for-all!
How'd he fire through such a small gap?
I never forget an enemy's position once they've fired. Acquired that trick in the army. Think of it as battlefield synesthesia. I can echolocate the source of hostile gunfire with pinpoint accuracy and check my own gun by taste. Now then, I know there's one more stolen firearm out there. Stand by, Hayami. Hold your position. Wise decision not to fire, Chiba. Well played. Our opponent doesn't have a lock on you yet. Hang tight and wait for my signal. I'll keep an eye on him and tell you when it's time to shoot. Where is that coming from? Hey, you in the front row, don't stare at me! A seasoned marksman versus adolescent assassins. Our modest advantage will, I think, be quite enough. Okay, Kimura, run 5 seats to your left. Terasuka and Yoshida, dash 3 seats to either side. We've made a blind spot. Kayano, 2 rows forward and to the gap. Go! Karma and Fuwa, move 8 seats right. Isegai, 5 seats left. Idiot. He's shuffling them all up. Big mistake. Now I know their positions and their names. Verbatim memory, pal. Alternate naming scheme! Student 12! Move right and continue prepping. Students 4 and 5, train your camera on the target from between the seats. Use Ritsu to keep Chiba apprised of his movements on stage. Ponytail, shift your position to the front left. Motorcycle fan, you as well, 2 seats down. The student who checked out Takebayashi's favorite maid cafe only to discover he kinda liked it, discombobulate the target by kicking up a racket.
You rat bastard! That's nobody's business but mine! How'd you even know?
Who's who? Where are they? I can't... All right, Shiva. The moment of truth is upon us. Get your bearings, my boy. When I give the command, fire at will.
Crap! Where is he?
I am here on follow-up as needed. Focus on blocking the enemy's evasive maneuvers. Now, a word of advice to our cool-headed sharpshooters who flubbed the assassination attempt earlier today. Don't let one failure overshadow the skills you've worked so hard to cultivate. The best of us fall short of our abilities from time to time. You maintain a facade of stoic nonchalance, but feel burdened by the confidence your classmates place in you all the same. Few guess at your inner anguish, but it's there, just beneath the surface.
You're alarmingly calm for someone with these grades, young lady. Or should I have known better than to expect you to care? He won't explain himself. It's like he can't be bothered. I don't know my own son anymore.
You're not alone in this. You give it a brave face, but you needn't bear the pressure on your own. If you miss the shot, there's a fallback strategy. We'll play hot potato with the gun and continue shuffling everyone until our foe has no idea where the next shot will come from. The reason that strategy will work is because everyone here has tasted the agony of defeat. Yes, there's pressure, but your classmates are in the same boat. Learn to take solace in that.
Thanks for the pep talk. Gave me time to get my bearings and work out a counter strategy. Everybody's moved except students 12, and I have a pretty good idea where they are. They're all breathing heavy though, like they're nervous, cooking something up. Nah, doesn't matter. The second someone pops their little head up, they die.
Okie dokie, here we go.
Oh yes, the flavor. I am one with my gun.
Student 12, stand and fire now! A decoy?
That's where you want to aim.
You got it.
Nice shooting there, son. Too bad. Now I know where... They aim for the brackets on the stage lights. That's not fair.
Finally.
Tag him and bag him!
I'll just make a scarecrow in total silence, no big.
That was a white-knuckle ride. I'm impressed they held it together. I've known pros who would have tanked.
With the balance of opportunity and motivation, anyone can expand their horizon. They just have to move out of their comfort zone. But we can't often do so on our own. We need a foe to challenge our complacency, force us to draw upon resources we never knew we had. That, you see, is precisely why I became a teacher. To spark potential, to give my students both the opportunity to succeed and the motivation.
Some education. Look at them. These kids have just come through a shootout. And here they are, all smiles and self-confidence. That's not too bad. Looks like a good portion of my mobility is back. I think I'm up to about half strength.
Which means you're about twice as badass as an average human being.
Why didn't we just send him on this mission alone?
That'll lead us to the top floor, right?
Yep.
We're seriously coming down to the wire.
Children, it occurs to me the mastermind waiting for us above is not attuned to his resources. In fact, thus far, his hired hands have been egregiously misused. Lookouts, glorified bouncers, this isn't how one employs assassins. If our foe had aligned the men we've encountered with their skill set, they'd have been fearsome indeed.
You've got a point. The last guy wasn't off target by so much as a centimeter.
And consider Karma's opponent. Normally, the man would have simply snuck up behind him and crushed his windpipe before we even knew of his existence.
No doubt, sure.
Of course. Why didn't I see it before? The mastermind doesn't think like an assassin because he isn't one. All right, new plan. First off, Isogai, Terasaka, Yoshida. I want the three.
What's your deal?
Dude, you're seriously burning up. You feeling okay? Wait!
Shut up. I'm fine. Look, man, I've got stamina to spare. It's just a fever. My system will kick it out.
But the virus is deadly!
Damn it, Mr. K almost died because of me. If I hadn't been an idiot, he wouldn't have gotten gassed. And in case you haven't been keeping score, that's not the first crap I've pulled that nearly cost everyone their lives. If I drop out, I'll bring the mission down. Who cares if I'm sick? I'm not gonna do that.
Jurassica, don't!
Watch me.
Ooh, Namba! Ninjas are said to have used this walking style. I've noticed my students favor the silent, thoughtful approach to killing these days over more abrupt methods. Look at them now. Despite the time crunch, they stubbornly refuse to panic. I'm so indescribably proud. Whoever we're about to face, my students will certainly give them more than they bargained for.
Odds are the antidote's in the case. And that case is rigged with plastic explosives. We're right on time. Ideally, we'll be able to take this guy by surprise. If he spots us, his first instinct will be to go for the detonator. I'll take it upon myself to shoot him in the arm. Once that's out of the way, we'll rush in as a group and dogpile the son of a bitch. Now.
This itch. It burns no matter what I do. Still, one man's sensitivity is another man's hypervigilance. Makes me feel wired to my surroundings. You didn't think this would be easy, did you? I told you I'd find a way to wipe the octopus off the face of the Earth. Oh, and as you can see, when it comes to little details like detonator switches, I'm a big believer in redundancy.
We'd heard that voice before. Only now, it sounds even more sinister than I remember.
I reached out to 4 professionals before we came on this trip. 3 of them freelance killers, but the other was an old colleague who, it turns out, went MIA after embezzling funds from the Ministry of Defense.
What in the hell do you think you're doing? Damn it, Takaoka!
What naughty children, trying to sneak up on dear old Dad. You disappoint me. I thought I raised you better than that. I know some boys and girls that are going to have to go to summer school.
Mr. Takaoka, but how could you?
Let's head up to the roof, huh? I've got a little surprise up there you're bound to get a kick out of. Oh, and before you get any bright ideas, bear in mind you're only alive because Daddy's feeling generous.
Hiring assassins, infecting students with potentially lethal virus. What the hell is wrong with you? Are you out of your mind?
Strong words there, friend. I assure you I'm perfectly sane, though I suspect world saviors are often thought of as mad. If you had done as I instructed and had the runts of the litter bring the goods on their own, my assassination plot would have gone off without a hitch and we'd all be winners. I'd wanted to use what's-her-name, Kayano. Yeah, she was integral to the plot. It was a doozy. The bathtub in my suite here is overflowing with anti-sensei BBs. I'd have set her up in there with the target, then entombed the whole setup in concrete. The only way for the octopus to return to his normal form without touching the BBs would have been to blow everything sky high, including the girl. We all know he'd never do such an inhuman thing to the children in his care. So I figured he'd take the honorable way out and opt to dissolve in lieu of killing one of his students.
He's a monster.
I won't lie, it gave Daddy quite a fright when he saw you'd all come in mass. Doesn't change things much, but still. Oh, and my mood will play a significant role as to whether you walk out of this alive.
Intolerable. You can't really imagine you'll get away with this.
Actually, I think there's a pretty decent chance. Either way, I believe we can all agree this route's a hell of a lot more humane than the treatment I got from your class.
Did you hear? Takaoka got his ass handed to him by a class of junior high kids.
He blew his mission after he bragged about his teaching chops? Oh man, that's hilarious.
The higher-ups will think twice before they give him another assignment.
Now every time I catch people looking at me sideways, every time I think of how you gloved me with my own knife, my skin itches so badly I can't sleep through the night! I hope you're proud, boys and girls, because you've condemned Daddy to hell! Negative evaluations, demotions, gossip. You have no idea what it's like. My future is gone. You specifically, Nagisa, must answer for the grave injustice done to my reputation.
I get it. He asked for the shortest students to come because he knew Nagisa would be one of them.
Nagisa had every right to do what he did to you.
I see. So this actually has a lot more to do with you settling a score than anyone saving the world. Think about it. Is beating up a kid gonna repair your self-esteem? Wouldn't someone my size be more interesting?
Look, you crazy son of a bitch! Nagisa kicked your ass by your own rules, so you've got no one to blame but yourself! And here's the deal. Even if you'd won, we'd still despise you! Nothing you could have done would have changed our minds!
I don't remember asking for your opinion! Love me or hate me, maggots, I'm the guy that can take half of you out right now with the push of a button! You, Short Round, let's go up to the heliport. Just you and me.
Don't do it, Nagisa. You don't have to listen to him.
I don't want to. But I'm gonna.
Get a move on! Pick up the pace!
I'm afraid what'll happen if I don't do what he says. I'll play along for now and see if I can talk some sense into him. If he calms down, maybe he'll give us the antidote.
Please be careful, Nagisa.
I don't like where this is going.
Don't even!
Stay right where you are, tough guy! Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't trust you not to throw a monkey wrench into my alone time with Nagisa. There we go. Now it's just you and me, kiddo. You understand where I'm going with this, right? Revenge is an ugly word, but if the shoe fits...
You've got it wrong, Mr. Takaoka. I didn't come here to relive our fight.
Of course not. You don't have the element of surprise on your side this time. There's not a thing up your sleeve to keep me from killing you. Thing is, it'd be over too fast if I went at you full bore right off the bat. I want to savor this, so here's what I need from you. Get on your hands and knees and apologize. Say you're sorry for pulling a cheap trick. Admit you relied on the old bait and switch to cover your lack of skill.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe you! Kneel down lower, you little worm! I want to see your forehead touch the ground like the soul of a booge!
I'm sorry for pulling a cheap trick on you. I just did it to cover up my lack of skill. I'm very sorry.
Not bad. Now apologize for essentially asking me to hit the road afterwards. Good gracious, the audacity. All the trouble I went through for you kids, and that's how you talk to me? I'm entitled to respect for the sacrifices I made!
I was wrong to treat you that way. You deserve respect. I am truly, deeply sorry. Please find it in your heart to forgive me. I was wrong.
I'm starting to believe you. Daddy feels much better. Was that so hard? You know what this needs? To help the lesson sink in? Pictures of people who've died from the virus I infected your buddies with. Smog let me borrow a few from his collection. The effects are spectacular. Boils over every inch of their bodies, faces like a bunch of grapes. You'd get a laugh out of that, wouldn't you, kid?
Please, no!
face I wanted to see! You know you should make a scrapbook of this vacation, including pictures of your friends dying! You can call it Nagisa's Book of Boiled Over Faces!
Kill you.
That's right. That's the way, sonny boy. Oh dear.
I'll kill you!
閉ざしたまぶたの裏側に赤い残像革のカバンにノートとペンをさあ歩き出そう書いても書いても綺麗にならない選んだ絵の具に罪はない昨日の夜中に見た流れ星まだ覚えている I was waiting for Hello shooting star Hello shooting star